what's up? So for today's video, I decided to talk about some of the top young adult cliches that I hate reading about. I'm not gonna lie, I have read and enjoyed some books that have some of these cliches that I'm about to talk about, but I feel like it's very, very difficult for an author to properly incorporate these cliches in their books. So when it does show up, it's usually really done really badly. So first, let's talk about the fact that in every young adult book, the love interest is always this super duper hot guy with really long lashes. And the thing about this is, look around, like, guys in real life are definitely not like the way that they are portrayed in young adult books. Not all guys are really hot or have, you know, this great six-pack. And in books, this super hot, mysterious guy always seems to push away the main character and emotionally abuse her, but somehow the main character always comes back crawling to the guy. Like, I'm sorry, if a guy has put me in so much emotional distress, I would not be crawling back to this guy. I would completely cut them off from my life. Like, I'm sorry, I definitely would not pursue a romantic relationship with them, and I don't understand why these main characters do. The next cliche is when the main character lacks self-confidence. Young adult main characters are usually females, they're usually girls, and they usually describe themselves as very plain, average. They really just don't realize their self-worth, and it makes me really, really sad because they're always just like, oh, I'm just plain, like, I'm not beautiful, like, I have, like, dull brown hair and dull brown eyes, and I don't understand why these main characters just can't acknowledge the fact that they are beautiful, and the fact that they only acknowledge the fact that they're like beautiful or pretty is when a guy tells them that, and it just makes me really mad because you don't need a guy, you don't need another human being actually to tell you that you're beautiful in order for you to realize that you're beautiful. The fourth, I believe, cliche is usually seen in fantasy novels, and it's when the main character is like a special snowflake. And by that I mean that this character has grown up, has lived their past 16, 17, 18 years of their lives just thinking that they're just a normal average human being, and so then one day their life is completely transformed by the fact that they find out they're part of some otherworldly, other fantasy world. They're usually the only person in this entire universe that can take down this evil villain. They're the person that's the most powerful. So they're taken in by this group of people to train and to fight this evil villain, and they somehow are able to harness their power and able to use their power a lot quicker than the other people that have been training for years, and I don't understand how that happens. And kind of going along with that cliche is when the main characters find out that they're a part of this other world, and they just go along with it. Like, I feel like they don't really question the fact that they're a part of this other world very long. Like, they might ask like 2 questions and they're like, okay, I guess I gotta do this. Like, I feel like if someone told me right now that I was the long lost queen of this underwater kingdom and I have these special water powers, I feel like I would question them, and I would be like, how you know that? Who are you? Like, I would just be asking so many questions, and I feel like I would be a lot more reluctant to be a part of this world than some of these young adult main characters are. The next cliche is one that just really gets on my nerves, and it's when the main female character is described as being strong both physically and mentally, but they have to rely on usually their male love interest to get them out of situations. I hate when the main character relies heavily on their male counterparts. I just feel like a lot of times in books it seems like the main character can't make her own decisions, or she always has to rely on the main character to save her from certain situations, and you rarely see main female characters rescuing male characters, it's usually always the other way around, and I guess, you know, that has to do with the damsel in distress kind of trope, but it's just really annoying, because you best believe that if I was stuck in a jail or stuck in some sort of sticky situation, I would not be, you know, waiting around. Just hate when the main female character always relies on the male character, and even when the male character is just like a complete jerk to her, she just accepts the fact that they're a jerk, and I'm just like, no, please don't. Like, have some respect for yourself. If someone's treating you badly, like, call them out on it and just cut them out of your lives. Like, in the next one, we're almost done with this list, is when there's just this random token black or gay character in a book. Like, a book could be featuring a completely all white group of characters, and then there's just this random black or gay character, and you're just like, why are you the only diverse or different person in this entire group of people? I think authors do it just to say, hey, my book is not all completely white, and it's kind of annoying. Like, don't just put in a random diverse character just for the sake of putting them in the story. Like, at this point, I prefer just reading an all-white group of characters than just having this random black or gay character in the story that's just there for the sake of having them in the story. And the last cliche is when the main character is involved in some sort of like love triangle or love square or just love dilemma, and the main character just basically strings along 2 or more guys at the same time, and that's kind of messed up, man. Like, I guess you can have feelings for 2 people, but don't string along 2 people at the same time. I think that's pretty messed up, and that's kind of shady, and I feel like every time a main character, like, goes off and kisses this one guy, and then the next day she's, like, sleeping in the bed of some other person, it's kind of, you lose respect for the main character just because they're putting these guys through so much emotional distress, and she ends up choosing the guy that has been treating her the worst. But anyways, that's a different rant. Actually, no, that wasn't my last point. My last point is insta-love. Insta-love, I don't understand how these main characters go from just meeting some random dude on page 1 and thinking about having his babies on page 12 and getting jealous that he's talking to some other girl. I don't understand how some people are so willing to put their trust and their love in someone that they just met. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Anyways, that is it for this list and for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you guys have any more cliches or tropes that you hate reading about, or if I mentioned some cliche that you guys also hate reading about. Let's discuss it in the comments below. So yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Bye!